Hi, it's Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we have another book to read for you. Today's book is Simba and Nina held Bomo from 1995. So let's get started. It was a hot day on the African plain. Zebras were grazing on the green grass. Giraffes were searching the treetops for tender leaves. Elephant was returning from the watering hole. And Kalu, a Cape buffalo, had just awakened from his nap. It was time for lunch. None of the animals noticed little Simba, the lion cub, was hunting. He creeped up behind Kulu. He pounced. Then Simba roared with all his might, but Kulu never stopped eating. Simba didn't scare him one bit. In fact, none of the animals was afraid of the tiny lion cub. Simba, Kulu said, it's too hot to play silly cub games. The buffalo swung its tail. Poor Simba was knocked to the ground. Ouch, the cub cried. The little lion cub watched as the animals wandered off. How will I ever become a great lion king if no one is afraid of me? Simba wondered. Simba began to walk home. Suddenly he heard a familiar voice call him. Simba, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. It was his best friend, Nita. Did you want to play a game? She asked. No, said Simba, he sighed. I don't feel like playing. Please, Nita pleaded. We could play tag. She continued, or hide and seek or leapfrog. I said I don't feel like playing, Simba answered. What's the matter? Asked Nita. Are you feeling sick? No, replied Simba, but I am tired of silly cub games. I thought you liked games, said Nita. Not any longer, Kimba sighed. No one takes me serious. I'll never be a good Lion King, he added. Just then, two cubs heard a strange noise. What's that? Asked Nita. I don't know, Simba answered. Let's find out. The two friends followed the noise. It led them to the edge of a muddy pond. Over here, Nita whispered. The cub creeped closer and closer. They peeked through the tall grass and saw a baby elephant. Help, the elephant called. I'm stuck in the mud. What happened? Nita asked. I wandered away from my mother. She told me to stay close to her, but I didn't listen. I didn't think I'll get into this mess, the elephant said sadly. Simba knew all about getting into trouble. He felt sorry for the baby elephant. What's your name? He asked. My name is Bomo. Can you help me? Don't worry. I'm the future Lion King. I can get you out of the mud, Simba assured him. Simba and Nita tried pulling behind. Ouch, Bomo cried. That hurt. They pulled and pulled, but Bomo didn't move at all. So Simba tried pulling from the front. Ouch, my trunk is long enough already. Bomo shouted, but he still hadn't moved. Then Nita had an idea. Let's use the log to get Bomo out, she said to Simba. The two cubs rode the log to the edge of the pond. They slid one end of the log under Bomo, pulled the other end down. Nita told Simba. They should lift Bomo up. Simba pulled and pulled with all his might. I don't think this is working either, said Bomo. I'm too heavy. I can do it, Simba groaned. Just a little harder. Splash! The lion cub fell into the mud. Bomo and Nita laughed. Simba, this is no time to take a mud bath, teased Nita. Very funny, Simba snapped. He crawled out of the pond. Got any other bright ideas? Nita looked at Simba, muddy face. As a matter of fact, I have. Wait here, Nita called as she ran off. Nita returned with a mouthful of leaves. What are you going to do with those? Simba asked. Nita smiled. You'll see. Suddenly, Nita flipped Simba on his back. She began sticking the leaves all over his face. The mud held them in place. Stop that, Simba shouted. I don't want to play silly games. I have to get Bomo out of the mud. You will, Nita promised. When she finished, now you look like a mighty Lion King. I look mighty foolish, grumbled Simba. You are too small to pull that log down by yourself, said Nita. Simba looked at his friend sadly. She was right. But you are big enough to scare up some help, she continued. The cub went to the edge of the great plain. Then Nita whispered the rest of her plan to Simba. Simba did as he was told. He rushed out onto the plain. Roar! He was the loudest roar Simba had ever made. The other animal was frightened. They had never seen such a strange-looking creature before. The zebra ran as fast as they could. So did the giraffes and the antelopes. Even Kula, the great Cape buffalo, ran away. Chase them to the pond, Nita shouted. So Simba chased the herd of animals. He roared and snapped at their heels. At last, the other animals was afraid of the future Lion King. Neither plan was working. Simba chased the animals all the way to the muddy pond. Some of the animals ran around the pond. Some of the animals leaped over the pond. And just as Nita planned, one animal jumped right on to the pond. Kalu landed on the edge of the log, and when the heavy buffalo pushed the log down, Bomo flew up. The cubs had helped Bomo get out of the mud. Bomo landed in some soft rushes. He was very happy to be unstuck. Thank you, you saved my life, Bomo said. It's Simba you should really thank, Nina told him. Hadn't been if he hadn't been so brave and scary, those animals would have never had ran this way. I was pretty brave, wasn't I? Simba said proudly. Maybe it will maybe I will be a good Lion King after all. Nita nodded. Then she started pulling the leaves off her friend. It's late, Booma said. I have to get back home. So do we, Nita told him. She yawned. But all that running had made me tired. Well, a future Lion King doesn't get tired, but I wouldn't mind a nap, admitted Simba. Why don't you both climb on my back? Said Booma. It's the least I can do. So Simba and Nita rode home on Booma back. They couldn't wait to tell their friends about their rescue of Booma, the baby elephant. So that was Simba and Nita Help Booma from 1995. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment. Have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.